Hello, welcome back to another short pod. Short, long pod. I think the last one went on for like another hour or so, so it's been a long pod, I guess. We have this week joining us a very special guest. It is the one, the only TJ from Potato Reviews. Say hello, Mel. What's up?
Hey, I'm doing good, thanks. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Been looking forward to this and, well, should be interesting.
Looking forward to it since, 12 hours ago when I DM'd you.
Definitely. Talk about
It's
preparation.
been like the night before Christmas. Can't get any
Right.
sleep.
Of course.
Coming on to my the only word to describe my channel is mediocre. I think that's the only way to go.
Not.
So hopefully let's address it first. We are recording separately. Neither of us have webcams that work, so I can't actually see what's going on. So hopefully what's happening now is the two videos, hopefully. If not, then it'll just be boring stock footage like the last one. If you are watching this on YouTube, then obviously link in the description to TJ's channel. Go check that shit out. Some good shit. You'll enjoy it. You will enjoy it. Fuck it. You will actually enjoy it.
You're
All right.
flattering me.
Right. Okay. Now that bullshit's out of the way. I've got several topics on my phone that I've got on the notes to talk about.
God.
I've got in caps talk about Battlefield 1. So we'll get onto that at some point because that's something. Well, it's okay. For full disclosure, it's the 21st of October. It's launch day for Battlefield 1. I don't know if you played the beta or if you got the game or
I did
anything
not.
like
I missed out on the beta. I was going to play it, and we lost internet on the day it came out. And when it came to downloading it on another day, I just decided there wasn't enough time. As for buying the game, you're gonna hate me for this. I had a chance to buy it, and today was also the remaster of my favourite game of all time, the Arkham games. They both came out.
yeah.
I had a choice between the remaster or Battlefield 1, and I went for the remaster, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't blame you. No,
Yeah.
they're both good. I mean, it's Arkham City and Arkham
Oh yeah,
Asylum, right?
and City. That's right.
Yeah. No, totally. I don't blame you in the slightest. The Arkham Asylum and Arkham City are some of the best games of last generation. I'd say. Yeah, they're incredible.
Right.
Yeah, no, because I had about an hour or so to kill before we did this, and I had the Battlefield 1 installed.
Oh, okay.
And I just installed it when I was at work, and then played like the opening level. Like as soon as you boot it up, it puts you into the first level, and fuck me, that's a good first level of a game.
It sounds to be brilliant. A lot better than Hardline was the last one, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, let's not talk about whatever the fuck Hardline was. That's a very dead horse that has been whipped to the extreme on YouTube.
Oh, but I'm certainly interested, and I probably will end up buying it at some point in what remains of the year. I'm definitely interested.
I mean, if you're going to talk about, I guess like there's obviously the two main FPSs is Battlefield. Fuck, I'm going to keep on doing that. I'm going to do that so many times. Is Battlefield and Call of Duty.
Of course.
And like today is the first day of the Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty beta. Well, for Xbox anyway. It is for Xbox. Yeah, I don't know actually. I don't think I've actually asked you this. Do you have console, right?
I do indeed. Xbox.
Do you
Yep.
Oh, sweet. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Good.
Xbox and PC. I am.
Good lad. Okay, so that's obviously that's what I have. So like as a first level, it's like you start off on Battlefield 1. It seems to be the campaign's different. It's not just like level after level after level. It's like
it's different characters, isn't it?
Yeah, like different characters, different things. It looks about 5 or 6 different sections or different areas of the world and different characters, and then you play like 5 levels of each of them, and you can like choose in which order to do them as such.
Yep.
So it's kind of like weird like that, and then obviously the online has been absolutely ridiculous so far. Like the beta, I was only one level. It was only one map. The online stuff in the beta, but that sand map. But that was it was absolutely insane. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Probably the most fun I've had in an online game in a long time.
Really? That is
I mean, in a long time, not ever.
I can't remember the last time I can remember a good like online match in a game. Like thinking about, I think when the first Titanfall came out, and that was all new. Like I think that was the last time I really had a like new experience in multiplayer.
Yeah.
So I think it will be it'll be interesting, definitely.
Yeah,
to
well, that's
do as
the
well.
Titanfall 2's coming out soon as
It
well,
is.
isn't it?
Yeah, October is definitely a
Yeah.
busy month, with
Yeah.
September being so quiet, and now suddenly everything's coming out.
Yeah, totally. It's been like a dry period for ages, and then like out of absolutely nowhere, Nintendo were just like, "Oh yeah, here's our new
Exactly, yeah.
console.
Yeah.
Also, Red Dead 2."
It's mad.
In one day,
Mad.
out of
Literally.
nowhere. It's like what? So yeah, it's been a dry patch for basically the whole year,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
this. It was just mental. It's cool because it shows like Rockstar and Nintendo as well, I guess, as well. I've just been like, no, we don't need E3. What the fuck are you talking about? Fuck that. We can
Yeah,
make.
it's cool that they're doing that. The worst part is I was on a bus when I saw them come up, and I couldn't watch them until I got home. So I had to sit there for an hour, just knowing that I had to wait just to see
Yeah.
these two trailers. Like, I wanted to see them, and
Yeah.
I kind of want more companies to do the same thing, like not do it at E3,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
because it's a nice surprise. Because E3 is surprising, but if it just gets announced one day, it's so much better. Just the feeling.
Yeah,
as well.
it's just mental. Yeah, it feels like I said earlier, like Christmas almost. It's
Exactly,
just
yeah,
like it's
yeah,
just
definitely.
so mental, and it's cool because it shows like I think a lot of people feel like the games industry is kind of stagnating in the same way like the movie industry is a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of like the same kind of shit, like repackaged. Like obviously, you mentioned just before about how you're really excited about a re-release of a game. Like, not that game's bad, it's great, and I'm sure it looks amazing, plays well and everything, but at the end of the day, it is still a reskin of an old game.
There's a lot of them at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that they're still doing remasters actually for like games that only are a few years old, because we knew that they were going to come when the new consoles came. But I mean, it's 2016 now, and we're still getting remasters. I was like Skyrim. I expected that to be one of the first ones to be remasters, and here we are with it coming out next week, I think.
Yes, next
And
Friday.
so it does surprise me that we're still getting remasters.
Yeah,
but they're
it's,
selling. They're selling.
That's I mean, and again, that's kind of like that. I think that's a problem though, because it's like I feel like it is a bit of a problem when the biggest game of the year, I think, arguably the biggest game of the year is Skyrim again.
Yeah, yeah.
5-6 years or whatever it is, 5 years after it was released. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, that's
Yeah,
mad.
it's kind of sad in a way, because it's a game. I really, for example, I really wanted No Man's Sky to be the game of this year, so much, literally. And we all know what happened with that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the fact that Skyrim may actually be the game I'm most looking forward to now this year, despite the fact it came out 6 years ago now.
2011,
Yeah.
5 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 years. Man, it's kind of scary, I suppose you could say. I mean, Mafia 3 was another good example of a game that I really did think was going to be a big one this year. And from what I'm hearing, it's very repetitive and things, and it just didn't live up to the hype once again.
Well, I got Mafia 3, and I must admit I haven't given it a proper go yet. I just haven't been bothered, I guess. I'm too lazy. I played it for about an hour or so. It's got I'll say it for it. It's got a good soundtrack. That's what I'll say.
That's
For
what
it. It's got a very good
everyone's
soundtrack. I
Yeah.
started up the game, and it starts playing Jimi Hendrix. I think All Along the Watchtower, I think it is.
Oh,
I'm
right,
gonna
yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself if that's wrong, because I'm gonna check that later, and I'll guarantee it's wrong. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, sick! I haven't heard this since fucking Battlestar Galactica, whatever. So I was like, oh, sweet. So, and it gets you in the mood, and then the game starts. Mafia 3 starts with like this paragraph of text on screen. It's like about how this time period was extremely racist, and the main character's black.
Yeah.
So essentially, get ready for
Yeah.
that. Get ready for a lot of N words and a lot of. Yeah, just a lot of like horrible racist shit, and there's apparently a level later on in the game where you gun down a KKK rally.
Yeah.
So I'm
that's
kind
what-
of-
that's-
I'm kind
that's
of like-
a lot of people's
yeah.
favourite level from what
Yeah, I imagine. I can't see why. Like, I reckon that would be. Yeah, I'm kind of almost playing it for that one level. I'm really looking forward to that one level.
Definitely.
I can't wait to gun down some KKK.
Yes.
It's gonna be great. So let's go on. So what other things have I got on my thing? Let's just. I mean, who knows how to do segues? Not me. What's your favourite viral video?
My favourite viral. I was thinking about this all day,
Yes.
and
Yes.
man, it is. I mean, there are so many
Yeah.
that I enjoy, but I think I'm gonna go quite boring and say the first ever video I watched, which was the ASDF movie, the original, which was the first ever one I watched.
Oh, that's
And
an oldie.
it's still, I don't know, it still stands up to me today. It's like, it's still funny when I look back on it. And it was the first video I ever watched on YouTube, and it's what introduced me to the website.
It's the first video you watched on YouTube.
First ever video.
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's
yeah, maybe.
that's interesting. I think the first one, I have an actual, I think I have a story about this. I mean, I don't know about the first video I watched on YouTube, but I know the first video I watched, I think it was even before YouTube. It was on, do you remember Google Video? Do you remember that?
No.
Remember that? Yeah, exactly. It was before, I think it was before YouTube. I think it must have been about 12 or 13 years old, probably about
Right.
12 in year 8 at school.
Mhm.
And I remember like someone watching this video called Spooky Car Ad, right? In the library at school, and I like saw it over the shoulder. I remember watching it at home, and I'm sure you've seen it. It's
I'm
a video.
sure I have. If I look back at it, I'm sure. I
Yeah,
have.
you must. It was very famous, and that's something I want to talk about famous Fire videos. We'll get back to that in a bit.
Yeah.
But it's a video where there's a car. It's about 30 seconds long, and it's a car, like a white car going down a country road, and the video's shot from really far.
yes,
Yeah,
no.
in it. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay,
I
so
know
for
what you're
people,
talking about now.
yeah, so for people who haven't seen it, I'll carry on. But it's a white car going down a country road, and the camera's like at the top of a valley. It's like zoomed in on this car, and it slowly starts to zoom out, and it's playing really relaxing like flute music. Flute music. There we go. And the car goes behind like a big tree, and then it doesn't come out the other end, and you're kind of like, what the fuck? And then for about a second the camera keeps going following the car, but it isn't there where the car would be, so you're kind of like, what the fuck, looking at the screen like that. And then this zombie, like this woman in zombie makeup, jumps in front of the camera and screams, and then that's it. That's a video. Or I think it has something at the end like, now go change your pants and get back to work or something. And it's like, that fucking scarred me for life, that video. That it terrified me. And
I'm just
I
looking at it, and it said, 10 years ago.
Oh, you're watching it now?
I'm just looking, yeah.
I
mean,
can't even watch it.
That's one of the few videos that I've seen that's actually 10 years old.
That's
And
weird,
that's
yeah.
before YouTube, you're saying?
I think, well, I don't know. I mean, I think Google Video came before YouTube, but I at least knew of Google Video before YouTube, and it was about 10, I guess it would have been on 22, so it would have been about 10, maybe 11 years ago.
Mhm.
And that's when the video was online, so it's probably older than that, I guess. I don't know. But it was, very... That literally scarred me, and now I can't deal with, like, screamers and stuff like that. I remember actually, like...
Yeah.
Recently, I was watching a YouTube video, and I can't remember what it was, but it was talking about horror in games or horror in movies or something like that, just like talking about it as a topic. And and it showed, and it was talking about jump scares, and it showed a little clip of that video, and I felt like a twinge in my heart. I felt like a twinge. I was like, oh god, I remember, like, I hadn't seen that those frames, those pictures of that video in so long, and it brought back that thing, and I had to close my eyes when I knew the thing was going to come. I was like, fuck, how has this affected me so bad? I don't know, like, that's some weird shit. But like, I sort of want to talk about viral videos as a thing. Do you remember, like for example, Charlie Bit My Finger, right?
Yep.
That's an old classic, and viral videos when they started, like 10, let's say 8-10 years ago, I feel like there was maybe 3 a year, right?
Definitely.
And now it's 1 a week. Like, I guess
it is very interesting to see that, because I would also say the viral videos back then, they're remembered a lot more because they were a lot more, I don't know the word, perhaps, I don't think impactful is the right word, but you remembered them a lot more than the ones that you see now, because there is literally 1 a week, like you say. You see it, and then there's a new one, of course, and you just forget about the other ones. Yeah,
I mean, they're nothing, but I feel as though a lot of the ones, like, for example, I think at the moment, I guess the viral video for this week is that the fucking pineapple apple pen thing.
Oh yes,
that thing, which is like going around
Completely
Facebook.
Forgot about that one.
Yeah, sorry, but like, yeah, that one, like, I guess is the one that's current at the moment, and it's very, I don't know. I feel like even if that was, made 10 years ago, it would be big still, I think.
Yeah.
If that
yeah.
makes sense. It would be as well known as, for example, something very similar to Pen Pineapple Apple Pen, which is the Numa Numa guy, if you're aware of it
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's
Yeah.
like, I just feel like that's the thing. Maybe it's because of how literally everybody constantly uses things like Facebook or YouTube or Reddit or something like that. There's always something new to come in, and people's attention span have become so shit now.
Well,
like,
that's where
yeah.
things like Musically and things popped up because
Yeah.
of the attention span, which is still one of the worst things
Oh
ever
god, yeah.
created. if
What,
you
you mean
ask me.
the app? Musically, the app?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah, of course it is, yeah. I mean, I must preface it with, of course I've never been on it, but it is the worst
nor
thing
me.
ever.
It literally is.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't know. It spawned that, Jacob Sartorius?
Yeah.
Is that his
there are
name?
tons of them now.
Yeah, there's a
they're
lot of them.
spreading. It's getting worse and worse by the day.
Spreading, what a verb. What a verb to describe it. But it's, yeah, I don't know. So, favourite, I mean, I thought about the topic to talk about favourite Viral video, and I gave you a little bit of leeway and be like, think about it so we can talk about it. So, you said ASDF movie. I don't know, like, I don't know if I have a favourite. I have ones that I love, like Charlie Bit My Finger,
Yeah.
or shit like that, like the old classics, like I would say, yeah, as well, ASDF and Numa Numa Guy and shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's hard to think of one because I was mostly thinking that I wanted to talk about how memes, I guess, have become a thing. I just smashed my microphone stand with my, I don't know if you heard that, I smashed my microphone stand.
I did.
So I'm gesturing with all the things on my desk too much. And I've completely lost my thought again. I am literally terrible at podcasts. I have absolutely no idea why I run one. So I wanted to talk about how things have changed like that, and how people's attention span have changed, and how Reddit's just become, everything's just become kind of like with the rise of things like Lad Bible and well, yeah, Lad Bible, Unilad, shit like that. I don't know. I guess it was kind of inevitable. Like, oh, I remember. Yes. So, do you find it weird? Okay, so let's say YouTube's about 10, maybe 11 years old now, right?
I think it's coming on 11 now.
So, do you have a who's the youngest person that you know who has access to the internet on like their phone?
Ooh, that is a good question.
Because I think there are people that are like under 10 years old that have a Facebook and Twitter and
definitely.
stuff. Yeah.
Back when when I was that age, I wasn't allowed on YouTube for years. Literally, I was just told by school, by parents, that it was the worst thing in the world. It was just, porn and just everything awful in the world. And then, like, I think it must have been year 6, year 7, when I first started using it and watching it, and it was none of that. It's just, I don't know, there are definitely a lot more younger people because you got the YouTube Kids app now as well.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, which I guess just filters it, so it's only for kids stuff. So I
Yeah.
guess that's how like those toy channels and stuff has such a huge audience,
Oh yeah, definitely.
because they are fucking killing it. Regardless
you
of
look
how.
at all
Yeah.
the Minecraft channels still, and
yeah.
they
They
are still going. I'm surprised that they're still a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, I guess it's impressive to an extent. I guess it's
definitely.
kind of impressive that they have managed to keep their viewer base. How old is Minecraft? Should I have a look? I'll see. How old is Minecraft?
2009, if I remember correctly.
Let's have a look. I mean, that's, as a game, and especially as a game that's still current, that is old, and it's still being released on new things as well.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's recently, I can't find it. I'll keep looking for it. But yeah, it's fucking, yeah, it's odd. It's and it's impressive as well, seeing as the guy 2011, basically the same 18th of November 2011.
Okay.
But then there was the beta. I don't know if that's including the beta and stuff like
I
that.
would think it would be released, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, like the main game released, like the first
Yeah.
game of it. I don't know. But regardless, yeah, I mean that's fairly impressive that they managed to keep that going, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not what I used to.
Well,
Everyone has
mean,
their.
when you really, because Minecraft is an interesting game, because if you really look at it, if you look at other games like Skyrim, Arkham City, Bioshock, they've all been kept popular because of how, I don't know, impressive they are. Minecraft is impressive, don't get me wrong, but the reason that it's still so popular and more popular than, I don't want to say more popular than Skyrim and that, but like BioShock was a lot more popular when it came out, of course, and games, they go down in like people playing over the years, of course. But Minecraft has kept that number, and no, it's still rising. It's kept it because of YouTube and things. The reason it's popular is because of YouTube.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that are like that. There's a lot of games. For example, the whole simulator genre now, I guess, like Farmula Simulator, Goat Simulator, which, I mean, in my opinion, are shite, but like, I mean, I kind of hate that, but they owe their whole like career, their whole thing to YouTubers. Like,
I think the best example of games that have lived off YouTube is the Five Nights at Freddy's games.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah, you're right.
They would be just a tiny indie game if it weren't for, you know, the bigger YouTubers playing them and streaming.
I mean,
and everything.
yeah, how many views? Let's have a look. I'm gonna have a look. How many views? I think Markiplier's got the most on his Five Nights at Freddy's thing.
Yeah, that's like his thing now, isn't it?
Well, that was I think what brought him in. His let's go on videos.
53 million.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, warning, scariest game in years.
Yeah.
2 years ago, 53.5 million views. That's insane for a gaming video.
And that is where he went massive, because he was only 1 million, I think, before the game. And now
I would say a million's still massive.
Oh, of course. Oh, that's the wrong wording I'm doing there. But to go
now
from
he's,
1 million to 14 million in just the course of 2 years. That's...
Well, he's actually very close to 15 now. I imagine by the time this comes out, it'll be 15 million.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 14,969 million. That's insane. That's absolutely incredible. Like, what do you even do? Like, how do you even get to that level of
I don't know.
popularity? It's just... Like, you see PewDiePie made a new channel so he can get his gold play button.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's nearly hit 1 million views now. That a million subscribers now.
Definitely.
Unbelievable. Let's have a look. His new channel. Oh fuck, I can't be bothered. But oh no, I've got it. Okay. I wonder if me playing these videos in like quick seconds when I go on them will come through. Yeah, it's 17,000 people off 1 million subscribers, and it's a day old. Unreal.
That's crazy.
That's got to be like a record thing. That's got to be like a record breaker. That's unbelievable.
I can't. Well, yeah, it has to be. I can't think of anything else that has even come close to that.
Yeah, that's that's insane. I mean, obviously it's because it's PewDiePie and he told people to do it and people are going to do it. But I mean, obviously, but it's still a channel that has grown. It's got to be like in a record for some reason and somewhere.
Yeah.
That's unreal. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I have other things to talk about. We're not going to be.
Yeah.
We're not going to have very good segues on this, so don't worry about that. But if all my podcasts and videos are anything to go off, it's going to be awful segues constantly. But so, what do you think, your favourite TV show? Or what TV shows are you... Really?
Walking Dead or Doctor Who. Well,
fair.
More Walking Dead than Doctor Who now. Like, I think Doctor Who was in its prime time a few years back. Now I'm not too big a fan of all the new stuff, but definitely Walking Dead, I think.
I've seen the first episode of Walking Dead and I did like it, but I think it just didn't grip me. I don't know, maybe I wasn't in the mood to watch it at the same time. I did like it.
If it's not for everybody, definitely. I mean, if you don't like that episode, I don't think you would like many of the seasons. If you enjoyed it, maybe give it a try, is what I say to people.
Yeah, I will. I mean, I mean to, and I think I watched the first episode about a year or so ago, so I have no excuse. But I just haven't, for whatever reason. I've done other things, I've watched other shows, I've whatever, but I've heard very mixed things about it. About The Walking Dead. A lot of people love it. Yeah, and a lot of people think that it's
definitely
they don't like
got its problems. Like, nothing is without its problems. Walking Dead has massive problems at points, but it then does redeem itself in many ways in certain like stories and episodes.
And I think it suffers from the Game of Thrones thing to an extent. In
Oh
that,
yeah.
in that, like everything when something happens in an episode and it's mental, it just gets spoiled on Facebook immediately.
Oh yeah.
So for anybody who can't watch it, like there's a lot of people who haven't watched Game of Thrones, and they say like, my reason for not watching it is because I have a social media account, so I just know what happens. So and like, you are the reason that I don't watch it when you post things like I didn't watch Have you seen Game of Thrones?
I haven't, and there's no excuse for me not watching it either.
Okay. So I won't give. Oh, okay. Does Red Wedding mean anything to you?
I've heard about it.
I won't say
familiar with
anything
it somewhat.
spoiler-wise. I won't say anything spoiler-wise, but just in case you do watch it, and for people who are listening or watching this and haven't seen it yet, but I didn't watch Game of Thrones before that episode, and essentially when that episode happened, because it was just like it was like a mental episode, and it's kind of infamous for being that. It was everywhere on social media the day after, and like I was actually a waiter at the time. I was a waiter in the town near where I live at a restaurant, and I remember I have this vivid memory because it made me so angry of me waiting on a table and putting down the plates and everything. And the table was having a conversation. The people who I was waiting on were having a conversation, and they went, "I can't believe that blank blank died." And I went, and I like looked, and this is before I'd seen it, and I like looked at them, and I like looked at everyone else, and then they kind of looked at me, looking at them, and I was like, like really? Like, come on, man, like, dude. So like that put me off watching it for ages, because it's like, well, what's the point? Because I know throughout the whole thing that person's gonna die. So what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? It becomes like a meme, and it suffers from that. So I feel like The Walking Dead, to a lesser extent, but still to an extent, suffers from
that happens a lot. Definitely in the later seasons too. More so in the later seasons.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it suffers from that, and then a lot of people say they don't like the kind of direction, or it's gone away from post-apocalypse with zombies, and now it's just like kind of almost like a drama show. Some people don't like.
Somewhat it has. I mean, it's not so much based on the walkers anymore. It's now based on humans. I've got nothing wrong with that.
No.
But you could say that the show is becoming very copy and paste now with some storylines and things.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's to an extent that's down to personal opinion, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
If you prefer.
I still love the show, don't get me wrong, but I only want to see it improve because I love it so much.
Oh, yeah, obviously. I mean, and then to go on from your other show, Doctor Who, I stopped watching Doctor Who when there was that Christmas episode when, is it John Hurt? Is that him? He was like the doctor, the war doctor or something, and then there was David Tennant, John Hurt.
The 50th anniversary, right?
Yeah, that was that was when I stopped watching it, because it got to the point, and I actually had this argument with my mate the other day, because we were talking about it the other day when I saw him, but it was throughout like the whole of Doctor Who before that, and even in that episode, and after that as well, they were like, there is no way, you cannot open this time war, you can't go in there, we can never see each other, the time things can't cross, etc., Ghostbusters and all that shit.
Yeah.
And then it was like, except now when we want to do it, because it would be mental, because then we can have David Tennant back. And I was like, I don't know, like shit like that kind of gets in the way of me enjoying things sometimes. A lot of the time. And like, when, I don't know, plot holes do stop me from enjoying things a lot of the time.
Oh,
I don't know if it's the same. Yeah. It's like, I don't know what's going on over there. What's going on over there in the BBC with him and what he's writing.
It's gone downhill a lot, especially in, I would say, the last episode of last season. If you've not watched it, I won't spoil it. But it had a good season. It was going so well, and then the second to last episode was one of the best ones in years, literally. And then the last one was awful, literally just awful. You couldn't tell it was by the same writer. It was god awful.
Yeah, I fucking hate that shit, because it then becomes hard for you to like defend it against people who don't like it, and they go, see, this is the reason I don't like it, and you're like, yeah, but there are bits when it's actually good. So I'm with you on that. I fucking hate all that shit. It's like when it's the same thing in games as well. Like when I like a game and people are like, yeah, but this is shit about it. This is shit about it, and I'm like, yeah, but like just get through that bit. It's good. I'm less like that now with certain things. Like I don't know. I got a lot of shit. I remember vividly posting about how it was on a Reddit thread ages ago, and I posted about how I don't like Mass Effect 1. I don't know if you played Mass Effect.
I've played about half of the first game. Never
Okay.
really got into it, but I would like to. It's a game that I want to get back into.
In my opinion, Mass Effect 1 is one of the worst games I've ever... It is broken beyond playability, and it's glitchy as fuck. I absolutely hate that game. 2 and 3 I think are exceptional and very good, but yeah, 1 is completely broken. I remember like putting that in a thing and like a big Reddit post because this guy was like, I don't know if I should play Mass Effect. People say the first one isn't that good. Should I go for the second? And I was like, play the second, get the DLC so you don't have to play the first one that makes you do all the important choices of the first one, and it's fine. You'll have a good time. And I was at like 50 downvotes or whatever the fuck. I was like, but I'm right. But I think I'm right. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's shit like that. Like there are some games where you just can't rag on them. For example, Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, definitely. I see where you're coming at. Definitely.
Yeah, there are things like that you just can't rag
Yeah,
on.
very true. Very true.
Okay, right. Next question. This is. I don't want this to come across as a formal interview, but I worry that it is.
Yeah, no, go for it.
Favorite comedy show / comedian / whatever.
Oh, okay. I don't actually watch so much comedy on TV. I don't watch Big Bang Theory. I can't stand that.
Good. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, good. That's fair.
Oh,
Good lad.
I don't know. Would South Park count?
Yeah, definitely. I think so.
all
South
right.
Park's a comedy.
I'll
Yeah.
go South Park then.
Yeah. Fair. That's a good try. Are you watching the season at the moment?
Not at the moment, no. I will catch up eventually, but yeah, I've not seen the most recent one. I probably will catch up at some point, but
Yeah. It's
yeah,
very
I would
good.
say that's probably my favorite.
Yeah. Very extremely. Yeah. I'm constantly shocked. Each season seems to have been just getting better and better. It's amazing how they do it. Have you played the game?
I haven't. I'm tempted to get the new one that's coming out this Christmas because then you get the first one as well. So I'll probably do that.
Yeah,
that's probably the best idea.
I mean, it's the first one's good. I really like it. It's a very good game. It's like Paper Mario. If you played that,
Yeah.
it's essentially the same kind of gameplay as that,
Okay.
but in South Park. It
Yeah,
feels like you're
yeah,
playing
yeah.
like a 20-hour South Park episode.
Yeah, I
It's
hear.
got, like-
I hear it's very. It was one of the few good Ubisoft games that came out that year.
Oh,
if I
yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
It's Unity and I think what else was it? Watch Dogs was the other disappointment. Wait, was Watch Dogs that year?
I don't know. I don't know if Watch Dogs was that year.
I know that Ubisoft had a really bad year when that came out. I think it was The Crew. That was it. That was the other one. That was a huge
Crew.
like disappointment. Disappointment that year.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I mean, I played a little bit of that. It's a racing game. It is what it is. I don't know. I'm not too versed on racing games, I must admit.
Yeah.
I'm not too into them, but
No,
yeah,
not me.
So it's not really my thing
I
anyway.
think Unity was the main thing that really scarred Ubisoft that year.
Yeah, that was almost the final nail in their coffin, I think.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I personally enjoyed it. I didn't have any. I think I had like one glitch for the whole game, and it was alright. I must
That was
admit,
roughly the same for me because at the time when I bought it, it was mainly fixed and it came with the free DLC as well. So I was pretty forgiving of it. And I don't know. I like Arno more than I should. People tell me. I just find him.
He's not as bad as Connor.
Yeah.
He's not as bad as Connor.
In my opinion, he's the one of the few characters who actually questioned the Creed. Like, I don't think any of the others have, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's quite interesting because I like how it showed, because with Ezio and in that time period, the ethos of the assassins kind of made sense. And then it was like in that time period, it made sense. We don't want this evil government controlling everything. Everyone should be free. In that way, it makes sense. When it starts going towards more modern times, it doesn't make sense. We need some kind of governing body with this new technology, etc., etc. We need something to keep people in check, and that's like when you're Connor killing all of these people. That's essentially what they say to you as well. They're like, "Stop being an idiot! We won't. We'll be good. We promise. We've actually been doing good things. Like we've been."
Rogue. Was it Rogue? Not Rogue.
Yeah, Rogue was the last.
Rogue.
Yeah.
That one. It brings up, like you were saying, it does question the Creed quite a lot as well. That game, I think.
I've played a little bit of it. I actually because I got it when I got an Xbox One, so I just
Yeah.
kind of stopped and like didn't really give it as much as I should. And I want to get back to it, but because
Yeah.
it's essentially Black Flag 2,
Oh
which
yeah,
is
yeah,
a great
it's
game.
definitely just a reskinned Black Flag. Not making
Yeah.
it bad, but it is Black Flag pretty much.
Yeah, well, Black Flag's good.
Oh yeah, of course, definitely.
What the Assassin's Creed games need are more games like Black Flag.
Oh yeah,
because
yeah,
it was
they need
different
to
and
they
great.
need to do more new stuff. I think that's where, from what I hear, Syndicate is very good with story and like characters, but it was a lot of Unity again, and that's why so little people bought that game, and that's why they're changing it up. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed Syndicate as a game, and the setting I enjoyed as well, and there are a few Easter eggs and little gimmicks in there that I enjoyed. The
Yep.
characters I thought were borderline worse than Connor.
Okay. I've not
in my
played it,
opinion,
so
I
I
mean.
don't know.
I won't. I mean, there's a lot of like, because it's in London and it's made by not an English team, as I'm aware. I think
Yeah,
it's made by Ubisoft
no, it wasn't
Montreal or
for-
America or
was
something. I
it
don't know.
Montreal?
No
It
idea.
was
mate.
one of them. There's so many Ubisofts.
Ain't got a
I don't know.
Scooby. But there's a lot of like, oh, cool, blimey, Governor, all these roses, like stuff. There's a lot of stuff like that in it, and
Yeah.
it's almost I play games with subtitles on,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of borderline. It was like the first time I was offended by a game because
Yeah.
there's a part in it, and I again remember it vividly because of how badly it affected me. It's like a part of it right at the start
Yeah.
where you're running away or being chased by some baddies, I don't know, and the guy goes, "Oh, what's up? What's wrong, lads? Lost your bottle?" And then on the subtitles it says, "What's up, lads? Lost your bottle?" And then in brackets it says "nerves" next to bottle. It's like, come on, man, stop pandering so much. Like, how stupid are like the kind of other audience? You can't just take it by context. Like, obviously that's what that means. I didn't even know "lost your
Okay,
bottle" was an English thing.
I need to play this now. I'm going out tomorrow and buying it because I finished Unity. I'm gonna go play it now.
Buy Syndicate of me saying that it's kind of shy. It's probably quite cheap now.
Oh, I'm
probably
sure
quite
it is.
cheap
I'm
now.
sure it is. Yeah.
But yeah, no, as a game, I kind of enjoyed it. But I feel like Syndicate was like, people were like, we're done with Assassin's Creed now. We're done
Yeah.
with it. And then Ubisoft were like, yeah, we won't release an Assassin's Creed game this year. And then they released 2 of the 2D ones and a movie.
Yeah.
So like, what? Like, what? That's like not really what you mean, is it, guys?
I'm looking forward to the movie. I think it could
Yeah.
be the best video game movie we've got so far. Well,
I
I
mean-
mean, it's not got much to do to beat the others, but
Yeah. Well, what other ones are there?
I think the closest one to being good was Prince of Persia, if I remember correctly.
I haven't seen that.
There was Warcraft earlier this year, which was
Oh,
awful
yeah.
from what I hear.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, I should. But,
There's some bad ones. Of course.
I mean, there's
Super-
Street
yeah.
Fighter. Yeah.
Yeah, the Super Mario movie.
I think there's a Doom one as well, is there? Or Resident
I
Evils
think
and stuff
so.
like that.
I think.
I
There's,
think.
Yeah, Resident Evil. There's tons of them. They're all awful.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. From the trailers, I think I'll enjoy it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if it'll be a good film. You know what I mean? I don't know
Yeah.
if it'll be good as a standalone film, but as
Yeah.
a fan of Assassin's Creed, I reckon I'll enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. If it didn't have Assassin's Creed in the title, I wouldn't be interested. Full stop.
Nah, of course not. Nah, totally. I agree with you there. I'm gonna swing it back to YouTube. So,
Mhm.
as another one of my brilliant Will Woot segues,
Yeah.
what is your so you're a YouTuber with your channel. You do things like game reviews, movie reviews. You do the odd vlog as well when you go to things like your cons and shit like that.
Odd vlogs, yeah.
So in terms of the videos that you've made, I'm having a look at your channel at the moment.
Mhm.
Yeah. So in terms of the videos you've made,
Yeah.
what would you say are you most like proud of? Like, what do you think if you were to say to somebody, if you were to say to somebody, if you would say, oh yeah, in my free time I make YouTube videos, and they were like,
Yeah.
oh really, what one would you recommend that I go watch? Like, what one would you say
Mm-hmm.
to a first person going in? This is the one that I'm kind of most proud of, and I think, yeah, if you want to watch one, watch this.
I would say probably the Ghostbusters one.
Right.
I enjoyed making the No Man's Sky one, but I don't think I got to the level of the Ghostbusters one. A lot of people have said the same thing, like the Ghostbusters one was, I don't know, it just felt very original, that one. Was the No Man's Sky one, I knew that I was going to be talking about, like, it's Sean Murray, I forget. Sean Murray, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I knew that I was going to be talking about that, but like Ghostbusters, I felt I could expand a lot more on talking about it and things.
Yeah, well, there's a lot. I feel like with the No Man's Sky review, I mean, anybody who's done a review on that on YouTube has gone,
Yeah.
has talked, I think, extensively. A lot of the review has been Sean Murray is a liar,
Yeah.
which is fine. That's inevitable because
Yeah.
that's what the situation was. But yeah, I guess there's more to talk about from the sense of the Ghostbusters side of it than the No Man's Sky kind of thing. Not that those, I enjoyed both those videos, by the way.
Yeah.
They're both good.
Thank you.
But I think I agree. No worries, babe. But like, I think I agree with like the Ghostbusters one. I think I agree with you. Yeah, it's good. I think the first one I watched of yours was the Homefront one. I think.
The Homefront one. Oh yeah.
I think that was the first one I watched.
Okay.
And then, yeah, obviously the rest. I don't know. I enjoy the vlogs, to be honest, but I think that's just because of me. I like the reviews because of how much kind of work and editing you put into them. But I like because they're entertaining to watch. But I think I like the vlogs purely because that's who I am. I don't know. I like it when
No, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, I enjoy doing the vlogs. It's not something I'm gonna dedicate a channel to, but like. They're just fun to make because it's just being myself.
Totally.
And it's just fun to do. I mean, all of them are fun, but the vlog ones are just, I don't know, they're just so much. I don't know. Fun is not a word, is it?
Fun is a word.
Funner.
Funner
to edit.
More fun. Funner. Yeah.
I don't know. Funner to edit. I feel.
Yeah, I have the same kind of. Yeah, I mean, I've had that with like the Why I Hate kind of videos that I do as well. When they're like. When when you're making a video, that feeling when you're kind of like spending a good like week or two on it, and you're like, I know that this is going to do well as such, or I know I'm going to be proud of it regardless. I don't care if it does well or not. I know it's going to be good. Like that's a nice feeling, I think.
Yeah.
And I think I enjoy watching vlogging videos when the person doing the vlogging isn't just a vlogger. They have other content that they have and they make, and the vlogging's separate, and you just get an insight as to them or their life or something like that. Like I think that's why I like them. I like the vlogs a lot, just because you get like kind of, it's almost like extra content in a sense.
Yeah, definitely.
That's easier to get out and quicker to get out. Like I don't know how many vlogs have I done. I think I've only done 2, the Star Wars ones. I think. I don't know. The fuck, just look at my shitty channel. I haven't look at it now.
Interesting thing about the Star Wars one, going off topic a bit, I was going to be going to that event as well in London. I was going to be going. But my parents booked a holiday the week that we were going, so I had to put off all plans for it. I was going to be going.
Did you buy tickets and shit for it?
No, I was about to. And then I think it was actually later that day they said that they booked tickets for a holiday that week.
That would have been mental because I didn't know you when that was a thing.
Yeah.
So there would have been like, I wonder if like you would have gone and then there would have been a time where maybe you would have seen, because you found me on YouTube before I found you. Like you found me and then I obviously found you through you finding me and commenting and stuff like that. So I made them. I wonder if that would have been like, that would have been such a weird feeling to maybe have seen you in the crowd at some point.
It would be, because I know I would have vlogged it probably going. It would have been crazy just to like look back on it and see possibly one of us in one of the vlogs. That would just be. That would have been
so mental, like with our camera.
It would be just. It would be mad. It would be mad.
Yeah, it would be. That would be chicken oriental. So like, with I don't know. It's mad. I don't know. Yeah, it was. Those conventions were great. They were good.
Oh yeah.
I haven't been to a lot of conventions. I've been to, I think, like Comic-Con and stuff like that in London. But the Star Wars one was great. It was good fun.
It looks great. I'd
can't
love
lie.
to go one day. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I mean, looking at other videos, I don't know. Did you see? Okay. I'm gonna go off topic a little bit. Did you see the video, the pasta one, the cooking one I did? Before I made it private.
Yeah, I think is that. Yeah, I think so. I noticed that it's gone, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Full disclosure, I have a real job and work in an office. Obviously, having only, let's have a look, 100 odd subscribers, I don't obviously do this as a full-time job.
Yeah.
This is just a hobby to me, which is great. And I think to an extent, I prefer it that way, to an extent.
Yeah.
Just being able to do it when I want, there's no pressure, shit like that. So I off the back of the success of like the Filthy Frank stuff, you know, like the cake stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of made with my mate Luke, who's got a YouTube channel as well, I guess. Oh, I gotta fucking link that now as well. So he's got a YouTube channel as well. So with that, I had an idea where I would essentially cook pasta and put cat food in it and make him eat it, and hopefully get video of him throwing up, and it'd be funny. I didn't realise, I went through with it. Surprisingly, he was okay with it. He wasn't okay with being electric shocked, but he was okay with throwing up on camera. I don't know how that happened. But so we made that. I made the video. It was one of the most fun. That was one of the most fun times I've ever had with a video. That's why I wanted to bring it back, because that video, it's privated now, obviously, but that was a good laugh. And it's privated now because, as small of a chance as it is, but there are methods, but obviously as small of a chance as it is for my work or anyone from my work to find that video, if they do, I have not got a job anymore. Because I didn't expect it to be as explicit as it was when I made it. Yeah. Like, it's quite bad. That I will not be able to justify that, like, to my work people, to my boss. If I do that, I am out of my job, which I love, so I can't.
I was wondering where it went, and I did have an odd feeling that may be the reason why.
Yeah, I haven't. It's the first time I've addressed it on the in a video as such, but that's the reason. And I think, and I think that was because I felt bad because I privated it, and then my mate Luke, who was in it, who threw up on camera for me. Like, what a lad! Like, he did so much for me, and then I privated the video, and he was like, did you make the video private? Yeah, sorry, mate. And he was cool with it, but it was like, I felt so bad about it.
To be honest, I don't blame you. I think it's only the safest thing to do.
Yeah, I still feel, I agree, because I did it.
Yeah,
I mean, I think I've got my, you know what I mean, it's a reason, and I think that's a fair enough reason. Everyone who I've told that have gone, actually, mate, fair enough. Yeah. Like, my mates, when they were like, well, I tried to watch the cat food thing. I tried to show your cat food video to one of my mates, and they and it wasn't there. It was private. What happened? And I said, oh yeah, I don't want to lose my job, mate. And they're like, oh, all right, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Actually, I hadn't thought about that. I don't know, like that. I think because I wanted to talk about that from what video are you most proud of? Yeah. Either that, because you said about how fun it is to edit videos. Like, that was I was laughing for the whole time of it, even editing that video. Yeah. And when making that video, I was like on the floor crying, laughing. It was great. So I had that, and then I don't know. The one that's done the best is the Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah, I thought so.
Although the drones one, which was another one from the Star Wars Celebration, that's got like 4.5K, which is ridiculous. But I don't count that. I don't count that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I count that.
I think my most popular is the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it's the Ghostbusters one.
It hit 600 views yesterday, I think. Which
isn't
that impressive, but for a channel my size, I'm pretty happy with it.
At the moment, you've got 84 subscribers. That's good. That is good. I mean, in terms of how much, like, times wise, I'm not good at maths, obviously. I don't know how many more times that is. Less than 10. No, that's good in terms of, like, ratio from subscribers to views. That's very good. Yeah, that is good. And it looks to me that all of them, apart from the one you uploaded 1 day ago, have more views than subscribers you have, which is good. Like, it's better to have that. Yeah, definitely. I think better to have more.
Yeah. Well, same to you, definitely. Cheers.
Yeah. Thank you, babe. It's good. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It is what it is, you know what I mean? It's just a hobby. I don't expect anything to come out of it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the same kind of thing for you or... Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. It's cool. And it's good because I get to reach out, because obviously without YouTube or anything like that, I wouldn't be having this conversation now, which is obviously great, or we wouldn't be able to help each other. Like, you helped me with the the Loot Crate video, and stuff like that, and then I made another video on another YouTuber.
Well, I'm going to be contacting you soon about a certain video. I'm not going to say much more, but expect to be appearing at some point.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. Totally, I'd love to do something like that. That'd be great.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, definitely. Also, we should. It's getting to the time. I don't know, because this is the thing, right? I've started uploading all the podcasts that I do to SoundCloud.
Yep.
And I think if a file's longer than an hour, you have to pay for it to be on SoundCloud.
Right, okay.
So it's getting to an hour now. So I'm making the decision of.
I have been looking at the clock.
Yeah, it's getting to an hour now. So I don't know. I think we should call it a day for the moment.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Fine. So yeah, we talked about a lot of shit. That was good.
Yeah, no, how much of the list did we get through?
Well, I mean, I didn't really. I mean, all of it. I literally only put down like those 4 things.
Yeah.
So
don't worry.
Yeah, basically all of it. So I want to say, let's end it. So I've hit my pop guard with my earphones, my huge earphones, so many times. There's going to be so many scratching shitty audio
No
parts.
worries, no worries.
So,
same for me.
So again, I want to say as we end it, thank you to TJ so much for watching it. Fuck my life, for being in this podcast. And if you want to, would you be up to come run another one another time?
Oh, certainly. Yeah, thanks for having me on. I mean, it's been great fun. I'm not gonna lie, I've enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it's been good. That hasn't felt like an hour, has it?
It hasn't, certainly not. No.
So yeah, thank you for watching as well. If you're still watching, if you are still watching, then prove it. I mean, you're not, but if you are, then prove it by typing. TJ, say something for them to type in the comment if they've been watching this far.
The soup of the day is tomato.
Okay. If you're still watching, type in the comments that the soup of today is tomato, or tomato if you're of that persuasion, and check out TJ's stuff again. He's in the description. If you're watching this and you're TJ's mate called Connor, get a fucking haircut. And thank you. And I don't mean that. I don't mean that.
No,
I love you.
I agree. Connor, get a haircut. Joe, you too. You both need haircuts.
Come on, lads. Fucking put it together. All right. I had that idea. I was like, I should say something fucking like borderline. Let's test the boundaries of how much I can get away with.
Go for it.
All right, sweet. Again, TJ, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me on.
I think that'll call it that. No worries, dude. Catch you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in, Lois, boys. Oh, fuck my life. Fuck me, man. So many fucking flubs.